You're live now. Okay.
Yeah, it's the hour. Although I will be very slow getting started as I continue to eat my lunch while we're doing this.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. It means that we can vamp for a period of time.
Let's go! Welcome to... Oh, what was it? The Stallcast! Welcome to the Stallcast!
Stallcast,
Good name
episode
for it. Good name for it.
837. Welcome back from a 5-year hiatus.
You asked for it, and by God, eventually we listened.
The Stallcast where we are all already drunk. This is not true. This is not true. It is late.
I've only been awake for like an hour, so that would be very impressive and concerning.
You work quickly.
Very dedicated.
I also don't drink, so it would be a wild choice for many reasons.
For this bit, specifically.
Nah, you see, the secret way to get drunk while still maintaining the fact that you don't drink is you just chug various extracts such as vanilla or whatever.
No! Do not!
It's a good way to do it.
Is it?
Yeah, that shit's just vodka. I'm not even beating around the bush. It just is.
Yeah, like, isn't vanilla, like, mostly alcohol? Like, not enough that you put it in a cupcake, you'll get drunk, but, like, you don't
Vanilla
shippy
extract
that.
is alcoholic? Huh.
Yeah, the way they extract it is they put the vanilla beans in alcohol, which is then how the alcohol sucks away the essence, and then they bottle it, and then you put a tiny amount in your like baked goods or ice creams or whatever, and the ABV is so low that like you're not gonna get drunk by it. It's probably like less than it's significantly less than 1%, unless you're adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract to a mouse-sized cupcake. You know.
This is how we get the mice drunk.
But like, you know, that's how they get you. Is that they sell you these tiny minuscule bottles of vanilla extracts at the store for pretty expensive, but in reality they're making it for really goddamn cheap, because it's just alcohol that they're just using discarded bean, and they're putting the bean in the alcohol, and then they're just doing that over and over again.
The crimes of big vanilla at work.
Yeah, it's why if you want the really good stuff, you make it yourself. But also, vanilla beans are also really fucking expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're not, like, cheap, are they?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you just have a few vanilla beans, you can make a lot of extract with them. Like, a lot.
Yeah, it's like you scrape out the inside bits, right?
That's if you're adding the actual, like, beans to your baked goods. If you want to keep, like, some people just use the bean husks for their extract, but the people who are all in on extract maxing keep the entire whole bean for their extract purposes to get big extract power. Also, some people don't use vodka for it. They'll use, like, rum or other things for various flavors, because rum is more of a spiced thing or whatever.
Oh, Neon, you picked a
started.
track. I clicked one at random. Put yours back on.
I see.
Please, person who knows anything about music, I don't.
It's fine. We just had kind of chill vibes while we're still waiting for people to filter in.
Please.
Please. Also, chat, please do let us know as we are vamping for time if our
we are
volume
vamping for
levels
time.
Correct.
My lunch did show up like 10 minutes ago, and I am trying to get through it as quietly and quickly as possible.
Hey, you know, like, take your time, man. Don't choke.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. No,
Right?
relax. You know, while you're doing that, we can plug shamelessly for things going on at large.
Let's. Oh my god! Yeah, do it. Do your. Welcome to this definitely planned pre-show where everybody shills their shit. Do it.
Hey, I was kidding, but actually,
Too late!
if I'm allowed, I will do so. Yes.
Do it.
Hey, chat. Did you know that I'm a tabletop RPG designer as well as a voice actor? Well,
Did you?
My big tabletop RPG is being picked up by a publisher and being crowdfunded in September, called City of Espers.
Let's
It's very,
go!
very exciting. The fact that it is now under a month away before that happens is real fucking scary. As part of, I guess, kind of like opening celebrations for this thing, what I wanted to do was this big art jam of people designing their own OCs called Espers, you know, the cool street-style psychics that are going to be out in these streets. Real great, except for the fact that there have been, aside from myself, only 2 people that have submitted an Esper so far. So if you feel that you want to go and design a cool Psychic OC, and if you're a fan of Reflection, I know that you have a Psychic OC or 5. Please do. Please do click that link there. Go roll on the table and make a fun little guy. I beg of you. Otherwise, the opening stream of this crowdfunding will be miserable. Please save me.
Yeah. And even if you don't have a draw, it would be real cool if you told people about it, right, chat?
Oh, I forgot
do
to
tell
save
your
this. I should
Call
save
them
this.
out.
That is my shill for today, please and thank
Good
you.
job! Good shill! We all clap!
Everyone.
Good job!
What
Okay,
about
who else has
everybody
something to
practice
shill?
your shill, please?
Yeah, who
ahead.
else has a
Your
coin
shill.
that people can put money in? A cup that people can put money in.
I've opened commissions. If
Oh my
if
god,
you
yes!
give me your money.
You did something else, Nico.
What else
You
did I
did something
do?
else.
What else did
Nico opened a shop on Roll20.
Oh yeah, my Roll20 shop.
You
I have
did!
a marketplace. It's got one icon pack on it. There will be more over time.
Do you have a link to the store on Roll20?
Oh shit, I did. I just opened a tab and it was like, hey, this is you were here. Ah shit, I actually do have a link to
Then
this.
you have no excuse. You have to post it into chat now. It's the
I
rules. It's
have
law.
to.
If you
Yeah,
don't, I
yeah.
will. Me fucking searching my fucking browser history.
I just like randomly clicked one of my many open Roll20 tabs and it was on my shop. So I was like, okay.
The power.
Pumpkin dude, who always has my fucking links.
Got your
Hell
back.
Pumpkin
yeah.
dude, your treasure!
Better
Pivot
keep track of my
J-Man.
links than I am.
And the Patreon! Let's go! Yeah,
Hell yeah.
J-Man!
Thank you, Pupcat.
Nico, if you ever need to remember anything, refer to the brain diagram. You should be able to.
You're
figure
right.
that
You're
out.
absolutely correct. I will refer to the brain diagram.
I'm gonna show chat the brain diagram now, because you mentioned it. Everyone, please look upon the wisdom that is, Piff, what's the file name?
Let's see. The file name is all caps piff show how brain work. .png.
There, chat, I hope you all feel wiser now.
It's a good diagram.
That's
It
how
will be on the
brain works.
test. If you can't explain
Uh-huh.
what this diagram means, you will have to retake this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right after the
Hey,
question
Piff.
that asks about the meaning of the story about the pineapple and the hair.
Yeah. Hey, Piff. You have anything to shill?
Oh yeah. I'm assuming that's an invitation, so I'll go.
Yes! Do it! I cock my gun!
So, I got a Blue Sky. It's not incredibly active, but I do have one, and it's nice. There's a huge backlog of just my favorite games, and there's like 90 of those. So if you want to check out some writing or some video games, there's stuff on that. It's pinned as my top bits. Very proud of that.
That rules, dude!
I do have a Twitch, which is just Piff0. Very easy to find. I do games all the time on there, so much so that after this stream, again, no rush for anybody else, there's nothing timed, and you're not holding anybody up. take your time with this stuff. After
Me
this
eating
stream,
lunch
it
in the
does happen.
background.
looking Mask directly in the eye.
I'll probably be doing Big Walk with Glass.
Oh, hot damn, that sounds good.
Big
Professional
walk.
gamer. Has your thumb returned to normal operation capacity?
It is much better to a point where it is operational. It still has some twinges, but that might also go away over time. I'm still going to keep an eye on it.
Okay, yes, good. Please take care of the piff thumb.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to
It's important.
overwork it.
It's
And I'm
important
also
for your
not using
professional
controller.
big walking.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
There is also I do have a Discord. You kind of have to be invited to it, so if you would like to, just let me know. And one last one that is new to me, something called Backlogged.
Yeah.
With missing an E at the end. There's a website that just has a general, just like, here is all of the games, and you can be like, I'm playing that, I've played that, this is my rating for it, here's a review for such things.
Ooh.
You have to do it all manually, so it's going to take me forever to actually get all that done. But I started it up, and I'm very interested to see other people's like thoughts, ideas, and
Undertaking.
profiles and stuff like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
My
forget to
streaming
link your
co-host
Twitch in the
contains
chat.
one of those.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It is there's something very satisfying about writing like a tiny review for every game you've played, especially bad ones.
I'm doing it alphabetically, and I already hit a spicy, I think everyone else liked this and I don't, which is very unlike me. I'm usually like, whatever the like main consensus is, I'm usually one step like above that, like 1/2 star above that, usually. But like sometimes there's just outliers, and that was just one of them where I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't agree.
I have to ask what that is, or do I have to go to the backlogged and find out?
You can do either, but I'll just tell you because we have time to do that. 428 Shibuya Scramble, a loving game that is made with great passion. I just think that it is formatted
Chat,
in a
don't
way
panic.
that
I can't hear
like
anybody.
it.
My headphones are having a moment.
So I guess my main
I'm
gripe
back.
with
I'm
it is,
alive.
Okay.
welcome back, is like, I've done a lot of visual novels, and by the end of the day, it's basically a choose your own adventure visual novel.
Fuck yeah.
But the problem is that it has like visuals and text that kind of fight each other.
Oh no.
Where it has the entire screen is the picture, and then over that picture is the text front and center huge. So, like, the background is distracting to the text, and the text is distracting to the background.
Is this a UX nightmare? I understand.
A lot happening.
Interesting. It was on my to-play list. I'm currently working my way through the silver case in the kind of very similar energy, but okay.
I
Noted.
will also warn you, if you're expecting it to be an FMV, it is not. It is more stills, just lots of stills.
Big reading. Hey, I'm down with that.
Interesting.
So as long as you're like, you have those things in mind, you'll probably appreciate it more than I will, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. J-Man, do you have anything to shill?
I do not, but hi, I'm J-Man. I don't have anything to shill right now, but hi.
I salute
Hi.
your power. Hi, J-Man.
Don't worry, J-Man is cooking. I can tell you that
I
there's
do
something brewing.
I do brew.
Damn right.
I'm not quite sure
do brew.
exactly
I
how
do cook.
public this will be, but it's something's brewing.
I do brew and I do cook.
What's the flavor of the thing cooking?
Like, I guess like dubious bog.
A popular
Dubious
flavor.
bog. I guess like I would describe it as like dubious bog, but there's like some like city skyline lights shining on top of it.
Dubious.
So like people tend to like that, I guess.
Dubo.
I just realized, Pupcat Dude, you changed your legal Twitch name.
Yeah.
Your brand cohesion, it's off the charts.
There it
Hell
goes.
yeah.
The deepest block of politics is preferred. This is true. This is true. God, it took me a very, very long time before I actually resolved to have my current brand across everything.
I actually, tried a couple things out of, well, this is my username, I should have, a specific name that I do art under, before realizing those should be the same thing.
For years, I have been debating on changing my name, but I am also the guy who keeps going, that's a lot of work.
So much. Most of my early social media accounts literally only exist because I had to make them for a marketing class, and
Right?
nothing changed. I just was like, all right, well, I have no reason to change anything about the way I operate, so.
That's fucking excellent, honestly. Also, thank you for vamping. I'm on my final sushi roll.
Also, I do want to say, for any of you guys out there who want to shill your projects or whatever, I'm going to give you all a hot tip. There's going to be always this evil brainworm in you that's going to tell you, I don't want to bug my friends with, asking them to help me shill. Kill that brainworm. Shoot him with a gun.
Kill it.
And a
You
hammer.
annoy the shit out of your friends. You creep up into their DMs and go, hey, you have a finger. You can hit that repost button.
I'm gonna shoot Bryn live on air. Every once in a while, Bryn is like, look at this post, and I'm like, got it, and I just, blast it into every space possible.
Nobody's gonna know about your thing unless you tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them about your thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and you forget that you did a thing.
Yeah. The purple.
Alright, sushi completed. Let's go!
Dun, 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 dun.
Hi, welcome to TTRP GACHAPON. What was that for the last 15 minutes? Not this. That was the popular Stallcast, which we've all missed and loved.
Yo.
So,
What's the plan for today, O'Mask?
we've already basically done a sufficient sound test and introductions.
Hold on. Mask, you forgot your shills.
Son of a bitch, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Fine, I have a...
Putting you in the canon.
Hang on, I have a website now. I have a website where you can
You
tip
have a
me...
website?
Well, it's a web page. It is 3 pages, one of which is just a paragraph. But I have a page here with a PayPal link where you can send me money and I'll draw a dragon eventually. It's been a month. Listen, other shit has been happening. I get to them eventually.
I don't know why I was like, this is new information to me. It's not. I have it linked on my website. For my friends.
I need to make a links page! God! I keep putting it off because I know
I
that...
also have a website. I guess
You should link that!
Oh my god.
Here we go.
You see, you have... Sometimes
how are you people doing anything?
Sometimes you have to hit your friends with the hammers so they put their links up. There we go! Let's fucking go!
Yeah, everybody's got it.
But yeah, that's my only vehicle for financially supporting me directly at this time. Listen, the many things are in development, by which I mean I have ADHD. Anyway, so normally we get the little hi, here's everybody thing that warms me up, but we don't have that, so fuck it, diving in. So in a first for TTRP GACHAPON, where as you all know, as you probably do all know, it's not a wide field that we're casting to. We normally try random games with random players, and this week we're doing something new for the first time, in that we are doing a sequel session in a different system. Last time we tried out Break Free, a Lasers and Feelings hack themed around social justice and revolution. This week we will be exploring with those same characters the game So That Others May Live, which I will grab the link to and post it in chat. That's my loading music. There we go. There's the itch page. Check it out. See if you, and so I've glanced briefly at the document, flipped through it, checked all the blah blah blah. Like last week, I'm gonna issue sort of more general content awareness for this one. We often play it quite silly with the TTRP GACHAPON sessions. Break free, thematically, obviously, much more primed for bringing up intense topics that are more likely to relate to the real world, So That Others May Live is similar, in that, well, let me read you the content warning, because it's on the first page. This game deals directly with scenarios arising from large-scale disasters, be they natural, magical, scientific, mythological, or other in origin. That means there are certain subjects that are inherent to the game. Suffering, trauma, and death will likely be unavoidable. Other things may come up based on the nature of the disaster in play. We strongly suggest the use of player safety systems, such as the X card by John Stavropoulos, the Script Change RPG Toolbox by Thoughty, and the establishment of lines and veils in the pre-session or session 0. This game is intended to deal with the hard choices that need to be made to save as many lives as possible, not to traumatize the players. So, there's your general note for the session. And if we, somehow stumble into anything super intense specifically, I'll try to make sure there's a content warning for it on the VOD when it goes on YouTube. I don't think we hit anything like that last week, but, standing offer. As you can see on screen, because we're just reusing the map from last time, we have the... I've already forgotten the name, even though you explained it to us 3 times. Neon, what's it called? What's it called?
It's the Script Change Toolbox.
That is the Script Change Toolbox! I thought that was it! I was like, oh, that's convenient. That's the one we have on here. We did go over that last time, so I won't make you do the spiel again, Neon, but suffice it to say, in a sentence, each of these has a function of interacting with the narrative in a way to handle material that might be making a player or participant not super comfortable, and these are tools for negotiating those elements. They also have narrative uses, which I think is a very cool way of using them. We also have the safety deck on hand, so if you just need to drop an X card, or you can put an X in chat if anything goes to the point that you're not comfortable with. And you can always just speak up and say, hey, can we pause for a second, negotiate this subject. Okay, so That Others May Live. Let's crack the actual gameplay open. So, the game itself, it requires 3 players and a GM. We have 1 extra player, but that shouldn't damage our ability to play the game in any way. So, players, you already rolled up some character concepts that you played last week. So you will basically take the ideas that you've got and go, which of these 3 classes am I? If you basically, as long as we get at least 1 of each, I am fine. Negotiate amongst yourselves. If we get 5 veterans, that would be
they all
unlikely.
Map pretty well, actually, on top of the characters we've already made. So
damn.
Easy.
So I'm going to jump ahead a bit to creating a character. We can skip choosing a name because we already have those. Choose a class. Each class is a broad category meant to evoke a wide range of character types across an immense swath of fiction. So don't get too hung up on the names. For a balanced game, there should be 1 character of each in the party, but this isn't a requirement. Do what feels right for your party. Okay, so we have the official sign-off if we do play 4 veterans or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, real quick, Mask, I don't think the stream can see the doc.
That is true. I do not have the doc up. I am reading from it on a different monitor.
Okay. Gotcha. No worries.
Basically, I did put the doc up on previous streams, but I realized that if I do that, I'm basically broadcasting the entire document for free, and I want to encourage people to go check out the systems
Fair.
Yeah. So there might still be instances where I go, okay, I need to make this page visible for visual aid reasons, but yeah. Don't worry, chat, you're not supposed to see anything except a picture of a wall with a hole in it.
Yay.
But thank you, J-Man. That's
Hell yeah, hell
something
yeah,
I
hell
probably
yeah.
should have clarified a while ago.
Nah, it's all good.
Back to the doc. If you'd like to pick your class thematically, look at the descriptions of each class and pick the one closest to the kind of character you'd like to play, then reflavor things as needed. Yeah, so this game is many ways very light on mechanics and very heavy on narrative interpretation. So I think it is pretty much just signing off on us going, X will work for me if we do it like Y. So that's very useful. If you'd like to pick mechanically, look at how each class handles the different checks. Each has a type of check it's good at, one it can handle well enough, and one it has difficulty with. So I am going to go through the themes of the three very briefly, and then we will talk about mechanics a little bit more as we actually get into the game. So just, we'll go on vibes. Pupcat Dude asks, are we supposed to see Run Me Gully? Are we using those again? Are they just forgotten to be hidden? Nope, those are the exact same. We are running the same characters as last time. Different system.
The Gachapon spat out 2 capsules on 1 turn. As it
Yeah, you go. That's a good way of doing it. I was trying to think of how to flavor it Gachapon style, and I think that you rolled a double is exactly a good way of doing it. That's fun. Yeah, you got break free, and you're getting so that others may live. Oh yeah, and side note about this was actually suggested to me by Neon. You'll remember if you were here last time that we rolled on the gotcha machine /wheel for our next random game and picked something else. Then Neon was like, hey, I actually know about this game about disaster relief. We could try playing that, and I thought that was brilliant, so here we are. Okay, so the 3 types of classes, and I will get you to pick based on vibes, and then you will learn what you have committed to mechanics-wise. Veterans have been through a lot. That means they're experienced and can see the big picture, but also means they have baggage and don't always remember the little things. They can get hung up when forced to make a choice that affects them personally, but are generally alright when it comes to talking things out. Then we have bulwarks. Bulwarks can take a hit, both physically and mentally. That means they're prepared to make the hard decisions and protect others, but also means they tend to put themselves in more danger than strictly necessary. Their bluntness means they aren't bad at dealing with bigger issues, but that they're also terrible in matters of delicacy. And medics. Medics can soothe both body and mind, and are often the smartest of the bunch. This means they don't give up on people in situations long past when others might have. But that can be as much a bane as it is a boon. Their laser focus can make them miss the forest for the trees, but they usually don't have any issues making tough calls. So, there are 3 types of roles in So That Others May Live, and basically 3 types of checks. And each class gets a bonus to one kind of problem, a negative to one kind of problem, and neutral to the third. So, just based on vibes, does anyone have thoughts about what their characters from last week might be in this system?
She's a medic.
Yes. I looked at it, I was like, well, that map's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, after reading what the different problems meant, and whatnot, and also by the vibes in particular, of the classes, I guess veteran works for Run Me. But
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. It was what I was thinking might be for him.
Hikaru could either be a veteran or a bulwark, considering their previous line of work, but I'm willing to be flexible on that to make sure that a third thing is chosen. So
I can tell you right now, I am not Bulwark. Of all of the things that were described, Bulwark is not Kirk Sterling.
Yeah, I will take bulwark.
Congratulations, Hikaru! You're a bulwark!
Because it's like, yeah, it's a veteran. It's kind of done this work
Right?
for quite a while, but also putting themselves in harm's way professionally is also its job. So
It does
bulwark
track.
makes
It does
sense to me.
track. And Kirk Sterling, you now have the pick of
This
the
is
field
very
because we
difficult.
have one of each.
I was debating between veteran and medic. Medic is thematically correct, but weird as like a a class Kirk would take. Veteran is the only one that's like a general fit, but is not super specific for Kirk.
All
So
right,
this
then
is-
let's. Which of those are you feeling more? And we'll just reskin it to
Yeah.
Kirk.
Yeah, I'll be a. You know what? Give me a veteran. I'm curious on how this will affect Kirk Sterling.
Kirk Sterling has seen things, apparently. All right, so let's. Before we crack into mechanics, which we will figure out how to do in real time, as I have not memorized this document, let's briefly revisit the setting and cast we created last time. So, last time we established that y'all are citizens, denizens of a small island nation, question mark, that is heavily fortified and industrialized, basically transforming from a small but profitable mining town into the work settlement of a heavy industrial company that mines materials from the island below, and in one comprehensive industrial facility turns those mined resources into machinery, in particular large mechs suitable for both industrial work and combat, depending on the model. Starwell Industries, the former mayor of the town, probably still technically mayor, and CEO of the company that now owns this. What do you call, like, a compound? It's too big for that. This factory,
Pretty good.
factory, compound, settlement, town, island, and everything in it has been crushing the life out of the inhabitants, as CEOs tend to do, by reducing pay, by increasing disinterest in employee health for the sake of cost-saving measures. You know, you've all worked in retail.
It's all for stock buybacks.
Exactly. And as y'all were going about your day, quietly, potentially considering unionizing, something that is highly frowned upon by... Oh, don't do that. Don't you know we're all a family
I
here?
do want to point out, Rudme was not unionizing. Rudme was like a revolutionary who came in, and then that guy on the ground said, "You guys are a union?" And then you guys went, "Union!" And Rudme went, "No.
Sure.
But if you guys want to call it that, sure."
Hey, revolutionary unionizer. Truly, what is the difference in the eyes
Rudme
of
didn't
corporate?
even work for the company.
He doesn't even have a job here.
And yet, a job has been taken on to save lives.
Ta-da! Yeah, and then due to what can best be described as executive bullshittery, a series of compounding cost-saving measures have concluded in the catastrophic rupture of a pipe of noxious chemicals, leading to flooding of the area with extremely caustic, toxic gases, which the four of you managed to actually somewhat neutralize. But the area is still in a panic. You also saved the life of a worker whose PPE was damaged. So, good job there. That person is still with you. They have a cool freedom fighter name, like Cassandra. That's a reference to Break Free, the doc we looked at last week. This is a funny joke. And so just to set the stage a little bit, you saved this person's life. You used a local mech suit, not an older model, to force a pipe back into shape, and then an engineer took over from there who's on the scene and duct taped it to another pipe, and that problem has been solved. However, Sirens are still sounding. The area is still being evacuated. Runme, your fellow revolutionaries that you called in for help have told you that they're about 10 minutes out with evacuation vehicles. But goodness knows when they're going to get here because everything is a shit show. It doesn't help that the town, the company town, is laid out like a fucking rat maze. Very, very compact, very efficient use of space. Terrible when it comes to moving a lot of people in an emergency. Let's see what kind of problems y'all will be engaging with mechanically first.
There are 3 kinds.
There are indeed 3 kinds. So, let's open up the mechanics element. And you're going to be using D6s. So let's try introducing one of the 3 problems. So, you are led by Runme or possibly someone else. We'll get into the specifics, don't matter. We're getting you to the stage setting. To an elevated platform on a, say, a couple stories above most of the flat boxes that make up the majority of the streets, where you can see the area. This district is separated from other districts, as they usually are, by large, well, bulwarks, large big walls with gates in between them, meant to be able to modularly close off in case of flooding. You are on the ocean, but it does give you this notion of a small, frenzied cage of people as plumes of smoke or chemicals rise around you and the sirens continue to blare. So, you are being faced with the big problem. What is... So, let's... Again, don't mind me as I just, flip through the book in real time. This is the show, folks.
I have the summary of what a big problem is in Eyeline, if that helps.
Oh, yes! If you have the page, please do.
So big problems require looking at the big picture. How do you save the most people, even if it means sacrificing a few? What problems can you see that smaller-minded folks can't?
Now, let's see. I really jumped around here in a way that I've completely lost my place. Success comes at a cost.
While you're planning that through, if you don't mind, there is one more character building thing that we haven't quite done yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right! I stopped us partway through the character building. Carry on.
No, you're good. While you're planning for the events ahead, we can work through the keywords bit if you're okay.
Do it!
For sure. So in addition to our 3 classes, veterans, bulwarks, and medics, they also have a number of keywords that they can invoke. Basically, this is a way of saying, hey, there's something about my character that means that this particular challenge should be made easier for me, even if it's a type of problem that I'm not as good at solving. All players have 3 keywords, if I see that correctly. Yes, out of a pool of 6. Each keyword is a positive thing, but it's also tied with a difficult question. If you're familiar with the idea of a Devil's Bargains and Blades of the Dark, where you get the bonus at a cost, that's very much what these keywords are supposed to be. So, for example, looking at the veteran keywords, there's one called Organize. So somebody who's a veteran may say, hey, in this challenge, I want to use Organize because that's relevant to the thing at hand and I'm good at it. That means that the difficulty of the check that you're doing is easier, but it also means that after the roll, you have to answer the question that's tied to it. In this case, the question tied to Organize is, who is ignoring you? All of these questions are usually ones that could potentially have quite gut-wrenching consequences on purpose, which makes the game very juicy. Going from left to right, hey J-Man, since you're the veteran, what 3 keywords here would you like to be tied to your character, and what are the questions that go with them? You'll want to go and write that down somewhere so you have it in Eyeline for yourself.
Yeah.
That's on page 11 for those of you with the doc open.
Yeah, I'm pulling up my my notes right now. But I was going to take I was going to take for my 3 keywords. I was going to take call on experience. Uh, and then I was going to take do as I say, not as I do. Sorry, I'm typing these out while I say them.
I appreciate that. Keep track of them.
Not as I do. And then for my third one, I was going to take. Yeah, I think I will take. You know what? I'm going to. Yeah, I'll take organize. I was debating on grit your teeth, but honestly, I'll take organize. For this, and for my questions, I'll have to do with them. I guess the idea is do I have to pick the questions after I invoke them, or
Yeah, so I think those questions are directly tied to the keyword you choose.
Yes.
So if you pick organize, who is ignoring you is directly tied to it.
Got it. Good to know. Yeah,
they do seem to be kind of like poetically tied to the positive of the keyword. So
yeah, sounds good. So I got those.
Thank you so much, Neon. What does Hikaru have for keywords?
Hikaru has picked command attention. When did they start listening? Protect innocence. Who did you fail? And support. Where should you have been? Which is so juicy because it means I can, especially for protect innocence, where I save somebody and then I have to specifically say who I failed by saving somebody innocent. Ooh, juicy, good.
Oof.
Yay!
Piff, you're picking from the same table as J-Man. Which ones are you going for?
Yes, I'm gonna go with organize.
Nice.
Work quickly.
Nice.
And call on experience.
Very nice. Again, just keep track of those on your own sheets. I will bug you about them as the challenges come up. Ooh. And finally, Nico. Keywords for Frida.
Nico. Keywords are calm the situation, why aren't they listening, bypass obstacle, who doesn't fit, and on the lookout. When did you lose sight of it?
Ooh.
Because I like being in hell.
yes, we do.
Yeah.
There's
real quick.
Yes.
I'm going to make a bit of an addendum to mine.
Yes.
I'm going to change out call on experience for actually not calling experience. I'm going to change out do as I say, not as I do for grit your teeth. So I read the grit your teeth question, and I quite like that.
It's a good one.
Beautiful. What was your third one, J-Man? Call an experience, grit your teeth, and organize.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. All right. Now that is for real. Oh, there's also a trinket that every character has.
There's. I think this is optional because we do already have characters, but it's an option. So if you would like to, each character carries something. Ooh.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. Each character carries something from their past, a physical reminder of why they joined a search and rescue squad. To choose an item at random from the tables below, roll 2d6, using one die as the tens place and the other as the ones place. You may also simply choose an item from the tables or create your own. Then there's a table. Once you've decided what keepsake your character has, decide why they have it. Whether you keep the reason a secret or share it openly is a matter for discussion amongst your party. We're just doing a pretty quick little one-shot here, and so I will not oblige anyone to either pick a trinket or tell us the reason for it, but I think this is an interesting thing, so
Yeah, I think I might decide on what that might be in the moment. We'll invoke it when it's at its possible saddest.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
All right, Piff rolled 21. That's a needle and thread.
Yeah. I will roll a 2d6, but I am reserving the right to do the option to pick my own if I don't like what I get.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
23.
That is
That
a cat's eye marble.
is Cat's eye marble. I will create my own.
Hell yeah!
For sure, for sure. I have a feeling there's probably at least for Blaze a medal of honor, something that they had specifically while they were working the job as their company mech pilot. A medal that means truly nothing.
Oh god, yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah, here's your medal. Go never appear in public again.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really embarrassing for us. Okay, bye. Okay. There's a losing a character mechanic, which I fully eyeballed this group expecting someone to do at some point. But we'll come to that. We'll come to that in the event that it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
There's some tables and suggestions at the end for creating a disaster. Very neat. We kind of are walking in with what we've got, so we're pretty much set already. So let's go with...
Okay, I got Rummy's trinket.
Oh, what's Rummy's trinket, if you feel like sharing?
A bloodied cloth repurposed for a patch for Rummy's bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So, you've arrived on the scene. Let's see what your immediate problem is. Ah, yes. So, Cassandra, the worker with you, who has been leading you onwards, is going to use their pass to open a secure door, and you realize this is one of the stockpile rooms for personal protective equipment. So before you all get sent out, you are basically getting geared up with it's like a cross between firefighter gear and a hazmat suit. It is designed to protect you from, well, honestly, the kind of chemical that spilled that seems to be happening in quite a few places and causing some other unintended side effects. Cassandra replaces their damaged gas mask with a new one, and you are all kitted out appropriately. At least as much as you're able to in such short notice. Now, Runme, you're able to gather through interrupted chatter on your radio, as well as Cassandra using a built-in communication system built into the wall that it looks like a lot of smaller systems have gone down, and only this functional backup is this hardwired backup that runs on literal cables through the walls is still working, because with all the panic, all the radio chatter, it's hard to get through to anyone. But it does seem as though the major problems in the area are evacuating people, so as well as no one's really able to figure out the extent of the damage. But here are some things that you do know are happening. The chemical the pressurized chemical gas that was passing through the pipe that broke, that pipe's not the only one that broke. It looks like that was part of a cascading failure that led to fuck-ups and pressure all throughout the system and old materials giving way. So, there are other people who are trained to handle some of this stuff in other locations, but it does look like things are bad all over the district. As you make your way out of the locker room, now equipped with something to help keep you all safe from the fumes, the first thing you notice is, well, more of the clouds, though they are thinner here than in that place where the pipe was just spraying all willy-nilly. You also, there's a heavy door between this alley that you've run down from the area you evacuated to. You're trying to make your way towards an exit to a different district. The heavy bulwarks between districts should mean that if people can get out of this place, then they're safe. But between you and the next leg of your journey is a large, just iron-barred gate, and it looks like a ruptured pipe has also struck the flooring around here. You can see the same mark of the plating shoved out of the way concussively. But it does look like the shutting off the gas in the earlier area did shut off the direct flow, so that doesn't seem to be the exact problem. However, it has damaged the electrical components also present in the architecture. And what looks like an industrial level of electricity is now sparking across this mostly metal and concrete environment. So, this is your immediate problem. And you're not the only people who have gathered here. This is one of the ways out of this rat's nest of a district. So others are standing back and nearby this electrified segment of wall between two buildings. So these here's your first problem. It is, but let's say, well, there's a table for it that gives you some options, but electrical hazards on the table does apply. Actually, I don't think the table does anything other than just, like, giving you ideas, so there aren't any mechanical things, but, yeah.
Hikaru, who, outside of the mech, has a quite flat affect to how it speaks, I suppose turns to Runmei, who is the most direct go-getter of the group here. You strike me as the kind of person that tends to case a joint before doing things. Do you happen to know where the nearest substation or breakers are for here?
Runme thinks about that for a second and is going to try to go digging through his bag. Might have a map, but the damn maps we are able to get are dated as hell. I don't know if they've moved. Where they keep the breakers or anything. Our best bet's to shut down power over here. But tell you the truth, we'll be damn lucky if we'll be able to even get to a breaker in this current situation. Mask, do you think I would have to roll for anything to see if I would have a map on me that would have like an idea of where we could find like any like a breaker box or something that would help us get shut down like this electric issue here, or
So this game actually doesn't require checks for that kind of thing. If you need to ask, do I have X, that kind of question is not what the game's challenges are designed for. So basically, every problem you will be rolling dice for is a question of how do I save people from this situation. So, and apologies if I'm not like figuring out how to present that. I am learning the game at the same time as we all are, so I'm kind of still wrapping my head around how do I integrate this.
I guess it just means that we kind of free flow until we start to try and actively tackle the problem where if it goes wrong, it puts people in danger. So, J-Man, you have the luxury of deciding whether your map is good enough to give us a spot or not. And we only need to start thinking about rolling dice when it comes to do we electrocute ourselves or not.
Here's what I like the idea of. Rami like pulls out a map and dusts it off, and yeah, here we go. On here it says there's a little power station over that way. If we're able to get into there, we could shut off the power, and we'll have a clearer straight line that way. But that'll cut into our time a bit. We only got 10 minutes, give or take, but ideally we would like to. Ideally, we'd be able to clear a path for. We'd be able to clear a path for the rescue trucks a little faster.
I mean, if we don't solve this now, are we even guaranteed to get to the location in 10 minutes? Are they not going to wait for you?
Cassandra has been looking grimly at the smog collecting in the area around you, at the electrified gate, and will say, there's a way faster way of doing this. Someone can go in and redirect the charge with a cable. And they pull out an emergency cable, but they go, it's probably gonna do bad, but I don't know if I'm gonna survive it. But it'll get this thing open, and that's more important. It's gonna get a lot of people out of here. I'm going to present you now with a hard problem. Hard problems require making difficult decisions, no matter the consequences. Will you doom one person to save 5? Do you put someone out of their misery but add to your own?
Oh, sure. I mean, Hikaru is pretty good at dealing with hard problems if we're thinking about it mechanically, and it gives us an example to go and test the dice roll.
Yep.
It looks at Cassandra. Oh, if it's a engineering issue, I suppose I'm trained to handle that. Or I was, anyway. Despite being having just recently been doing cafeteria duty, they do seem to be in like big rubber boots and overalls. And they grab the cable from Cassandra. If this doesn't work, you can probably find the nearest generator and smash it to bits. The area around here will probably be without power, but I don't think anyone cares. It takes the cable and goes and walks up to this, I guess, sparking part of the wall.
I will reflavor this a little bit, too, because, like I say, I'm still kind of getting the feel for how these problems are used in the game and how to represent them. So I will say that there is a high risk. It is not guaranteed that the person who runs the redirecting cable into the broken system will die, but there is high danger for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, death is only a thing that happens if we flub every single die, and
exactly.
That's a personal choice as to whether it kills us in the moment.
All right, so
this could probably, yeah.
So we may not be using the roll system exactly correctly here. We're still getting the hang of it. It's fine. But let's get a feel for the dice system. Success at a cost. Each problem comes with a difficulty rating, or DR, from 1 to 6. The DR of a check can be raised or lowered by certain circumstances before rolling. For instance, each class handles one type of check better than the others and another type worse. Bulwark, Hikaru, what do...
I'm better at hard problems. Don't worry about that, and set the difficulty independently, and we'll just adjust after.
Additionally, each character gets a certain number of keywords they can invoke, reducing the DR in exchange for having to answer at least one question, no matter what. When you tackle the problem, you roll a number of dice equal to the difficulty rating. You will always succeed in some way, but for every result of 4 down, 4 or less on the dice, you must choose and answer one of the questions associated with the type of check you made. Each question can only be answered once by each player until the player has answered all of the questions for that type of check, at which point all questions associated with that type of check refresh and can be asked again. I do like to... I'm also just going to read this a little bit at the bottom here because I like this. Why do you say 4 negative instead of 5 plus? Or, I guess 4 minus. It's I'm still determining how to personally vocalize it. It's 4 and a minus symbol instead of 5 and a plus symbol. And the answer, it's a mood thing. 5 plus gives you something to strive for. It's positive, both in literal and figurative terms. 4 minus feels inherently wrong. It's negative, something to avoid, a harbinger of doom. Since this game is all about choosing how your character's lives get worse with each decision, that felt appropriate. Also, I believe we have the writer of the game in chat with us.
Yeah, we have Devin Chat.
Hi!
Hell yeah.
Hi! Thank you so much for coming and watching. I'm sorry that we are not super proficient with this game. It's not just you. This is the show. We go in mostly blind and just wiggle around. But yes, very excited to try out this system. Thank you for joining us. 4 minus. All right, that's what I will use as well then. But yeah, I just like that little note there. So, yes, so this hard problem. Let's
How
see.
difficult
Let's
is it?
see. Roll a nice number of dice equal to the damages to the difficulty rating. I keep reading DR as damage resistance, despite not playing D&D that much. Truly,
No, we have to
truly.
roll dice equal to the Danganronpa.
No!
No!
Very different game suddenly starts playing.
Yes.
Yeah, Hikaru merely goes, yeah, I'm gonna go up there and shove, and I'm gonna go up there and electrocute myself, and Rummy shoots his words out of the air.
No, that's wrong.
You contradicted yourself earlier. Earlier, you said that it was definitely fatal. Okay, I'm gonna say a 2, because if you die on the first roll before I've even got a handle on the
I get to choose whether I die or not. It is fine.
Okay, cool. Don't die yet. We just started.
I promise you I will not choose to die if I flub the roll.
Thank
Okay, if you
you.
want it to be 2DR, bear in mind that because I am good at hard problems, that is subtracting 1 from it, so only roll 1d6, which I'm
There you
perfectly
go.
It does work as intended. Cool. There is 4 or less. I do it, but it's not great.
I think I've done a bad job of figuring out how to make you less likely to die. Regardless.
No. So this game
so
is
it only
pretty much
introduces
designed.
one complication.
Yeah, this is
To the
only one
horrors.
complication. Yes.
Oh,
opposed to like
right.
So making the dice roll easy, reducing number of die is good because it gives fewer opportunities for fucking up. Because we will always succeed.
Yes, success is guaranteed, but we're checking to see how complicated that success is and how much it costs you. So,
Let's see. I'm going to choose.
yes, choose and answer one of the questions associated with the type of check you made. So let's find the hard problem questions.
I see it. It's an island for me. I'm going to choose where did it hit as this. So it's quite an elaborate setup of these cables in the wall. It's not just a matter of replacing a connection, it's rerouting the connection elsewhere and making sure that this part of the system isn't powered.
Yes, this is basically, you're holding an emergency shit tool, basically. It is designed to do exactly this. It has a big open end that is meant to collect local charges, and one end that you go and ground somewhere safe, so that you can just throw the shit end into the shit area, but because the shit area is inside a wall, you have to get up close. And that means that step voltage can kill you. Or, in this case, hit.
Yes. Well, I get to choose how I answer this.
Yes,
which
you
is-
do.
Which makes it's exciting. It puts it in my hands. And
Yes,
so
I
can
really like
choose
how
badly
narrative
we
this
wanna
game
twist the
is.
knife. I was thinking in terms of where did it hit this, because this door is already heavily damaged and it's what's sparking. Part of the kind of like actuators and hinges that move the door around is part of what's going wrong here, and so the process of rerouting the energy and the electricity and like grounding it elsewhere isn't so bad. However, upon doing this, it kind of hard shuts down most of the functioning of these automatic doors, and part of the electromagnetics that keep it up cease. And so when it's grounded and the electricity is set elsewhere, creak. That's a weird pause. And then one of the two doors starts just decouples from its magnets holding it into the door, and it starts to fall forward. And there is a turnaround, and even with Hikaru's flat affect, run.
Oh boy.
As it lands, Hikaru barely manages to get out of the way, and I think just general metal debris clips it and sends them spinning across the space. But how badly it definitely wrecks most of the buildings that are in the immediate vicinity. Do any people get clipped by the falling door?
I am going to say yes. No one was killed, but a couple of people. When it crashed, it threw up some broken pieces of the metal decking that it landed on, and some people have caught parts of that. Some of the just civilians who don't have the same level of PPE have now been wounded slightly by flying shrapnel. The way is clear, though, so most of them are just focused on pushing through as fast as they can, even the ones who are now bleeding from superficial wounds.
Returning to the group of you. The way is clear.
You all begin to move forward. Yes?
I want to RP something really fast.
Please do.
So I imagine how that went was like, Runme like was talking about like, all right, gang, we can either try to get around this electric bullshit right here, or do a detour and turn it off over there. And when Runme like was turning around and talking to Frida and Kirk, that was when the other guy came out and was like, oh yeah, we could do this fucking stupid thing and fucking annihilate ourselves.
Yes.
And Hikaru was like, let's do it, gang. And blew it up. And then when this gang wasn't looking, then Hikaru did that. Do you think that's how it went down?
Yeah, I think even though Hikaru, you know that Hikaru tends to operate in a way where it's given instructions and it will do it with quite little self-preservation, as is increasingly evident. When the job is done, returns to all of you and says, the way open is clear.
The fuck did you just do to yourself?
Are you good? Wait, hold on. Let me. She starts circling you.
Mm-hmm. My personal damage is minimal, although, in previous lines of work, I suppose I've had to build up a degree of resistance to electric shock. Direct connection to the nervous system to mechs can be straining.
When Ranmi looks at Hikaru, does the damage look quote-unquote minimal?
At best,
Yeah,
Hikaru was clipped, but yeah.
Best clipped, smoking like a damn cartoon ham. Ranmi like looks at that
made
and
of
he's like,
robots.
Made of robots, yeah. Ranmi like looks at that and looks at like the damage behind Hikaru. It's like, look, Hikaru. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's good that you got that gate open, but here's the thing. It's good that you came out relatively unscathed this time, but if you're dead, you can't save people. That's something a lot of my friends didn't get the chance to learn. And so
You see it take that line in, but their face is implacable. Noted.
all right. And you, he points towards the. I've already forgotten their name. Sorry, man. the fucking
Cassandra?
guy.
Cassandra.
Yeah, Cassandra. Cassandra, the one who suggested this. What the hell were you thinking? We've known you for 5 entire seconds, and you immediately went, yeah, gang, I'm gonna take one for the team. What the hell is that?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Area's filled up with toxic gas. I didn't expect that one to go and... fuck it, we gotta move! And the flow of people has indeed mostly pushed their way past you, and the area, you are able to proceed through this previously impassable gate into the next leg of your journey. And I will say that I have been thonking about an element of the gameplay in how you have chosen to do this quick and risky solution rather than the slower solution. So as you enter the main area of where our little drama will be taking place, to speak from a meta perspective, I am going to go ahead and introduce another element that this document makes use of.
Elements.
Oh, big.
Oh my god, it's so big! I accidentally uploaded the full res file, hang on.
Dear God.
Hang on. Yeah, it's fine. No, well, I don't mean to make it thinner. But yes, this game also uses the clocks system as popularized by Blades in the Dark. Maybe Blades in the Dark did them first, I don't know. This doc certainly credits Blades in the Dark for their use. I have also seen other systems that use it. But, yeah, this is a clock. A clock is a progress... Hello? Yes?
I was just talking about how clocks are cool.
Yeah, they are! They're cool!
Ignore
Nico
me.
drew this one!
Oh.
Get praised.
It's on the GM layer.
Oh, poop, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no one else can see it. Hang on.
Oh, it's just why I could see it.
Why? It says it's on the map layer! Why is it lying to me?
Hateful.
Can
It
you
is on
see
the
it?
map layer. It's on the map layer. We can see
It's
it.
on the map layer? It's on the map layer. Okay, good. Okay, good.
Am I in roll 20 hell? Hold on, I'm refreshing.
You might be in Roll20 hell.
I cannot see it either.
Huh.
I got DC'd from Roll20 a minute ago.
There
You
it
may
is.
need to
Okay,
I need a
refresh.
Okay.
No, it needs to be refreshed. If refreshed, roll 20 isn't hell.
I was wondering if I just thought that was me. I thought that was something Roll20 does to me periodically.
There's the poppy clock.
It's the Poppy Clock! Nico drew this. We will not be using it for Poppy today, sad face emoji.
It's fun. She's... Everything would be worse if she was here.
She's here in spirit.
Anyway, clocks are a cool progress indicator. I actually really like them, and I am excited to use one in this game. So, like, I just really like them conceptually. So, clocks are... Well, they're progress bars. You fill in, say, they can be used to represent... Well, let's see what the document has to say about them, because that's how we're going to be using them in this instance. So, let's Progress clock is a circle divided into segments. Anyone can draw a progress clock when they need to track ongoing effort against an obstacle or the approach of impending trouble. But usually it'll be the GM. That's me. Generally, the more complex the problem, the more segments in the progress clock. A complex obstacle is a 4-segment clock. A more complicated obstacle is a 6-segment. A daunting obstacle is 8 segments. When you create a clock, make it about the obstacle, not the method. This is sort of GM advice, but it's also applicable if y'all wind up creating clocks for your own purposes. For instance, the clock should be getting out of a collapsed building should look like missing floor and dangling wires, not climb along the wall or find the breaker box. Hey, we could have used that. That was applicable in the last one. We could have used a dangling wires clock, but that would have been silly on our...
It would have been a multiple check deal, but I
Yeah.
figured it was a one and done, so yeah.
Yeah, as we're figuring out the system. The missing floor and dangling wires are the obstacles, and the player characters can attempt to overcome them in a variety of ways. So don't narrow their options accidentally with too specific of a description. I like that because it's just general good advice for using clocks as progress markers. So, complex situations can be broken into several layers, each with its own progress clock. Remember that a clock tracks progress. It reflects the fictional situation so the group can gauge how they're doing. A clock is like a speedometer in a car. It shows the speed of the vehicle. It doesn't determine the speed. So just because I filled in a section this time because an action happened doesn't mean every action fills in a segment. It's So, let's go with the one I'm abbreviating a bit so that I'm not just reading out the entire document, but I am going to use this clock here as a danger clock to represent a progressive danger, like a structure becoming more unstable over time, the proximity of rising flood waters, or the time until a storm forces the party to retreat. In this case, the GM ticks 1 segment on the danger clock at the end of every scene, and tick more depending on the consequences established by the answers to any questions in response to a problem check. When the clock is full, the danger comes to fruition. In this case, this danger clock that I'm doing here will represent the level of saturation of the toxic gas in the area. When it maxes out, there will be no way to survive in the area, even with personal protective equipment. You will have to leave. That said, this clock that Nico gave us comes with 10 sections. So we can... I'm going to pre-fill a couple of those so that we only have 8. Just so that it's a little bit fewer numbers. And I do so with my majestic artistic skills.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
There we go.
Hell
So,
yeah.
if you'd taken the long way around, I would have filled in a portion of this clock to represent the time spent handling the breaker box. Instead, you took the short, risky route, which means that the gas level is at its lowest possible as you arrive. Now, as you arrive, you're once again seeing some, not just problems of a gas vent in the floor. The scene that greets you is a very complicated one. It's a wider street, so most of the people that were with you stuck at the gate have been able to push through, but it looks like more than one structure has been impacted by the failure brought on by this serial explosion throughout the pipe network. There is, in the middle of the road, another busted pipe, but it looks like someone was driving when this one happened, and a large truck is smashed completely through the front face of one of the buildings on the side of the road. Gas is also continuing to pour out from the pipe underneath it. So, from inside that building, you are able to hear screams of people calling for help. Now I'm gonna we're playing so that others may live. You're not really getting if you narratively go, well, fuck those guys, we're taking care of our skins. That would be very strange, given this is we have all agreed to play today. So I'm just gonna assume that y'all are willing to treat this as your next problem. So
yes, of course. I don't know if that was in question. I'm sorry that you thought that was a fear.
Listen, I'm all for player agency. I think you should be allowed to derail a campaign as wildly as you think for, the sake of your character exploration. That said, in this instance, I hope we're all on the same page.
I hope we've all decided not to leave an entire building of people to die.
Yeah, just hopefully. And this is a complicated problem, so I'm going to go ahead and make a 4-section clock for building with truck smashed in front, also pipe is leaking toxic gas.
We have an asset for that, but hey, we're in doodle mode, absolutely.
I forgot we had other clocks!
We have a second clock! We've got other clocks!
Neon, present one of the other clocks! There it is!
Yeah, no, I can actually put it to the front layer as well, that'd be good.
We got so many damn clocks.
We got so many clocks.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at that!
Cool.
It's got 4 sections and everything!
And we are setting this as crumbling building, yeah?
Yeah, let's call that hazardous building situation. It's got a few elements for you to try and figure out how to deal with. It's the danger building truck hole gas street.
Yeah. Hazardous
There's a few things at work here. You see why it's a complex problem.
That tag should be visible to everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, it is! Well,
Building.
I have benefited so much from giving you GM powers. I am resting on my fucking laurels over here. Thank you.
Many hands like light work.
My hero. Alright, so, simple obstacles do not require a clock. Degrees of success. Often necessary to make problem checks as part of measuring a clock's progress. Remember, so that others may live doesn't use graded target numbers in the same way as many other games. There are no partial or full successes that might change the number of clock segments that can be filled in by a roll. Instead, it's generally easier to fill in 1 second segment on the progress clock for each level of difficulty rating on the checks made to resolve it, no matter how else the results of the rolls change the situation. Not only does this ensure that the story is always moving forward, but it also encourages players to consider riskier options to fill in more segments in the hope of resolving things faster. If things go wrong enough and new complications get added to the scenario, that's an opportunity to introduce a new clock to deal with as well. So, one of the things I actually like about this doc is how much additional context and insight it gives into why each rule is what it is. But it's very clear, and I just like it. I'm enjoying this rules doc a lot.
Jeez, I thought a demon spawned for a second there.
Yeah, no, that was a little too intense for it. It was kind of intense, but not too intense.
Final Fantasy 14 boss music
The
starts
building
playing.
approaches.
It's a monster house.
Let me go and find something that sits to the right tone while we let some. I took point in the last one, so I'll let somebody else go take point.
Yes, so I will turn to the other three of you, and so that you all three have a chance to go before Neon's next turn. I am going to let it be up to you what kind of checks you're making and how high the DR is, because you want to fill this 4-section clock. This is representative of how you are progressing through this obstacle that is endangering people and preventing them from escaping.
Yeah. So
yes.
I just want to say, we haven't heard a lot from either Piff or Nico this session. So
Yeah.
I want to be that guy and push you two forward.
Do it, do
on this
it.
one.
That's unnecessary.
You have to play the game.
No, please, you first.
I've shined the light on you. You.
Phone's gone up.
So, what's the blockage situation on this building? How are we?
A big old truck has
what is the
crashed through the
primary
front
thing?
door.
Let's crash. Okay.
The area in which the door was is now taken up by debris and truck.
By a truck. Okay. We're full of trucks.
It is full of truck. There's also toxic gas continuing to leak up from
I will
fracture
assume that there
in
is
the
always
vent.
toxic gas. I will simply assume that the toxic gas is ever present, regardless of the scenario.
This is a reasonable assumption, yes.
I don't think any of us are toxic gas experts. I don't think we can do anything about air.
I mean, you did once already with a robot, so who knows what today might bring. I
That is
will
true.
also.
We have a robot and an alien, if you listen to Frida. From
So let's briefly revisit the 3 types of problems there are. Big problems require looking at the big picture. How do you save the most people, even if it means sacrificing a few? What problems can you see that smaller-minded folks can't? Hard problems require making difficult decisions, no matter the consequences. Will you doom one person to save 5? Do you put someone out of their misery but add to your own? And delicate problems require a deft hand and careful consideration. What can you say to calm someone in a panic? Can you stop the shaking long enough to stitch an artery shut? So,
I got an idea.
tell me your idea.
Kirk will assess the structural integrity of the building. I'm not quite sure exactly if a layman person can understand that, but at least it's some brain cells being rubbed towards that direction.
Correct. Building look bad. It's got a big hole and a truck in it. It's like a 2-story building. Most buildings tend to be 1 or 2 story. This is a 2nd-story one. Doesn't appear to have an outdoor entrance, at least on this side. There's no balcony or anything on this side that you can see. Probably not supposed to have a hole or a truck in it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's
Main
the case,
concern. If move truck, what will building do?
This is the question, isn't it? Just eyeballing it, you can tell this is a pretty heavy-duty truck. A lot of the trucks around here are, because they're often carrying very heavy materials. This one does. You give it an eyeball, and yeah, you know what? That truck is holding up part of the upper floor. If you move that truck, then you're going to clear the way for people to escape. But you're also going to really damage the integrity of the upper floor.
Kirk goes, that's not. We need to find another way to escort people out. The front is just fucked.
I will remind you folks that you will always succeed on a check, because I'm happy to bring this up because I keep having to remind myself of it. This game is so different to the usual expectation of you have to pass the threshold to succeed. Whatever you do will succeed. It will also always have complications. So if you go, I'm going to move the truck, you can. You will move the truck, you will clear the way, some people will get out. The question will be, what is the complication and how bad is it? Especially depending on how much of a challenge you put into this. Because this building will not be clear of people until all four slices of the clock are full. And you can choose to advance that by making moves. You can choose to...
What?
Yes?
What's the over-under on smashing out the front window of the truck?
You would have to get in there. You could try and get in through the back, but let's
I guess that my
see.
question is, what is this a semi truck with like a trailer on it?
Yes, it has it's like a big. It's kind of like it's a semi. It's got a cab. It's got a big cargo area box thing trailer. Yeah, trailer. That's the word. You said the word.
Nico's idea of getting people out through the truck like a straw makes sense to
Right?
me. Yeah.
All right.
You would probably have to
Anyone
cut.
got anything that can bust open a window? One of
Yeah.
those?
You would also have to cut through the front of the trailer to get into the cab, and the cost on that one there is time, I would say.
We can assume that we'll be able to obtain the tools we need, so
Yes.
that's not a worry.
You were able to, basically, Cassandra showed you to the locker room for the emergency materials that engineers and emergency engineers, there probably isn't a real job, but we're pretending it is, had, so you have access to things like cutting tools.
If the game
Is there
wants
any
spicy
suction cups in there?
No, it's dire.
If the
Yes,
game
Piff.
wants something spicy and quick, instead of trying to get truck out, what if we put truck deeper in?
That is an option.
Yeah, you could try pushing it. I'll say you still have the mech from episode 1.
And, either that or maybe the truck is still operational to be able to move it forward slightly. I think knowing that we will be able to proceed no matter what we try, if that sounds like an exciting idea to you, I recommend you just do it, and
Yes.
then we deal with the consequences.
Basically, the cab of the truck is buried in the building, so you can't just open the door and climb in. But that is what is partially complicating the situation. But yes, tell me what you're doing.
The general concept is the front of the vehicle's in like a really bad spot because it is exactly where the front is, and like the rest of the truck's just kind of also getting in the way. So if you push it deeper in, it will still keep some of the structural integrity of the building intact, but also allow us to maybe even cut a hole in the roof of the inside of the truck bed area to actually get to the second floor. And from that position could also work on the first floor as well. Yeah,
you could cut open the sides and try and basically make a tunnel. That seems like a very neat idea. So how many so let's think about what kind of problem this is. So basically you're going, here is our best option. We're going to push the truck further in to create and then cut through the side to make a tunnel rather than risk the integrity of the whole building. So I would say this is a delicate problem because you are trying to do a very specific thing without bringing the building down or hurting anyone inside when you shove the truck. So this is a delicate problem, Piff. How many dice how many sections of the clock are you going to fill? 1 or 2? You could go all the way up to 4 if you really want to make it fucking spicy.
I do not think this solves the solution. I think it puts us in a really good position. So either a 2 or a 3.
Okay, and what is your class is veteran? Veterans have neutral to delicate problems. So, Would you like to try to fill 2 slots of the clock or 3? That will determine how many dice you roll and how many potential complications there are. This game is all about suffering the consequences, so you're not... I am saying this to myself. You're not failing. It's okay. You're supposed to fail. You're supposed to have problems.
I get this. I'm going to keep the mind of our own real-life clock. We do not have a very long stream. Let's get 3.
Thank you. Good. Very smart. Let's go for 3. Roll 3 dice.
Okay.
Thren.
Woo.
Oh, you only got 1. You got a 2. You got 1 success, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
you only have to answer 2 of those difficult questions.
Yeah, go ahead and check page 7, and at the bottom table is tackle a delicate problem. You're working your way through a situation carefully. Those aren't all with a deft hands or a silver tongue. Those aren't always enough, unfortunately. Pick 2 questions and answer them. Or I can pick 2 and make you answer them.
Ooh. I love having things thrown at me. I hate planning.
Okay! Ooh. I'm gonna ask, why did you ignore that? And what did you forget?
Why did you ignore that? There are, this is obviously going to be a risky situation. You're putting in more, okay, so I should probably ask, are these questions that have deeper implications of the character or the specific situation?
It's very open-ended, so I think that it can be either.
Interesting.
Like, intentionally.
It's for you.
Okay. Gotcha. Why did you ignore that? The safety of the people that might be in front of the debris.
That's a good point. That's very fair.
In his mind, a smart person would not be there.
Yes.
If there is somebody stupid enough to be there, in his mind, he thinks they should actually be dead.
Oh my god! Somebody trying to push the truck out from the inside. Fuck! But no, jokes aside, that is basically what happened. Someone was trying to push the truck out from the inside, and they have been injured as a result of you pushing it further in.
I know it's a horrible situation, but my awful jokester brain, heard that, and my brain went, like, you get in this front seat of the truck, and you turn it on to drive it forward, and the guy looks up in the window and goes, "Hey, is that famed journalist Kurt Sterling? I love your work." Oh!
It's fine. It works as a joke because you couldn't have reached the cab from the situation I've described. You were basically using a forklift mech to push the truck further in. So it's fine. They couldn't see the face of the person doing this.
And the other question.
What did you forget?
What did you forget? I wish this was more of a character thing as well, but at the moment, I don't think any character spice can be thrown there. So I think it is, what did you forget? The integrity of this probably is still intact, but as most people know about things that hold up things, they're still. If this moves, it's going to shift something.
That's a very good point. Yes, it is. You don't think about it because buildings are stationary, but if you, like, start wiggling that shit around, they're not really built for that. Shower of debris cascades down from the ceiling as the building judders and shifts, already having taken a hit from the truck crashing through the front door. So, your plan does work. You're able to push the truck further inside. You're able to cut a hole in the front end of the trailer and create basically a tunnel leading between the interior and exterior. And you're able to... There are indeed several people who you're able to help. There is also someone who was unfortunately crushed when the truck was pushed forward. And the people who are in the building, many of them have been injured by debris that fell when you moved the truck in and the building was fragmented. So there is still one check left on the clock. Nico,
Well,
I'm going to make you do a roll. What are
Okay.
you going to try to do for this situation? And I will leave this open. Like, you could try to address the wounds of those who have been injured in either pre your entrance or after it. You can also attempt to see if there's someone else still in the building or on the upper floor. Again, this game is very narratively open, so
No, I think we're checking the upper floor, at the very least, to see if anyone's still up there. What was the situation with the truck? We were moving it to make space for people to go through, or
you made a tunnel out of it.
Tunnel out of truck. Okay, yeah, she's gonna go check the upper floors.
Okay, do you want to call this a hard problem, where you are potentially risking, I guess, the integrity of the building by climbing up there? Or and potentially anyone still buried underneath? Or do you want to call this a delicate problem, where you are trying to disturb the build? Actually, those are basically the same thing. Let's go. This is a hard problem. You make
How about we say there are some people trapped in like whatever is in the back of the building?
Ooh.
Like if there's if this was a building that was
Yeah, it had a front area and a back area. Yeah.
that was like inhabited or something. Like there was probably like an internal collapse and some people are still stuck further back in
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and need to be led to the truck tunnel.
Yes. Absolutely.
The trunnel.
The trunnel, if you would.
Yeah. I would say that you know what, you're going into this building and at this continuous collapse, you hear shrieks from further inside. Through an almost fully collapsed doorway are people huddled in a closet that seems to have mostly protected them from the collapse of the building around them, but they are shaking and terrified and don't look like they trust the building around them enough to leave their precarious shelter.
Well, that's unfortunate because you're leaving. Freya's like, come on, we have a way out, but you're not gonna get out if you stay in there.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm gonna.
You only need to commit one dice to it
okay.
at the very
I'm
least.
going to
Yep.
extricate these people.
And are you? I'm gonna make this a hard problem just because we haven't hit one yet. So, yeah, roll me. What's medics to hard problems? -1, 2, neutral. Okay, so just roll me 1.
Rolling 1. Hold on. Yeah, sure. I was like, am I gonna keywords, but not for 1 dice? I'm not, I guess. Okay. Oh my god. 1d6. Book.
Ooh, not
All right.
quite.
That is a D
Almost.
minus, a 4 minus. So, you
It's fine.
have to answer a question regarding hard problems. Do you want to pick one, or would you like me to throw one at you?
Pick one or roll a d6.
Ah, but the doc says I never have to do that. I'm just gonna roll 1. 4.
4.
What didn't you
4.
plan for?
What didn't you plan for? Probably no. Do I want to say further collapse of the building? Probably.
Hey,
that
sure.
seems
Yeah.
most relevant.
The building has a gun.
The building has a gun!
Ah, shit. He's got a knife.
hey, leaning into that as a genuine thing, you try and bring everybody out, but the level of pressure that of the building collapsing on itself
collapsing
has
on
shattered all the windows. There's a broken glass everywhere.
Oh,
Didn't plan
shit,
for
yeah.
maybe. How about didn't plan for that the building is heavy and the truck might be a truck, but it's probably not designed to hold
Building.
the weight of an entire
upper
building
floor
on it.
top of it.
Yeah, probably
And
not.
the truck itself, like the now that most of the weight is sitting on the like carriage part, that part is probably going to start coming down with the building itself.
Yeah, you did roll. It's only the one complication, so it's not as bad as it could have. But basically, as you are leading these people out, there is a shudder. You have to lead them under the roof of the truck as it begins to bend and swell downwards, and it pause, and then there is a shudder, and it crashes down, and a couple of the people you've been leading out, I'm very sappy about killing people, so even if they're nameless randos. So it is only one negative, so they aren't killed, but two people are injured in this collapse as they barely make it out of the building.
So I'm a demon, and when you were like, even if they are nameless randos, my first unfiltered thought was, we could name them.
Yes, this is Trent and Hickory, and they're both dead now.
Damn.
By Hickory. You were the best among us.
I got hit by a truck. Got hit by a building.
It's all Hickory. Every bad thing is happening to Hickory.
It's the same guy who got hit when the truck got pushed in.
Yeah.
He's
Kirk discovers a bloodied hand holding a picture of himself.
not even like a book.
No, just a picture of Kirk.
Just a picture of Kirk.
Yeah.
And that was
This is
two
just
people's
bad.
actions.
He just wanted an autograph.
But it completed the clock, so people are out of the
Yeah.
building, thankfully.
You have emptied the building of survivors. Everyone who can be brought out has been brought out and will also begin making their way towards the exit. And I'm actually going to call a 5-minute break because my water's empty and I need to refill it. Chat, go refill your water.
For sure.
5 minutes.
Fill your water, stretch.
Chat. Pointing my gun at you.
Do it.
Get refill your
Rehydrate.
water.
I've been surprisingly contacted by like 2 groups that are just like, we have a small emergency. I'm gonna quickly like check in if they still need my stuff.
Oh, dang!
Sure,
Yeah, go look
yes.
at
Yeah, go do that.
bad timing for that.
Exploding.
Wow! Looking guiltily at the emergency rescue game we're playing today. Did I cause this? No,
Somehow.
ye gods. Yeah, go get your water. Chat. Let me know how you're thinking of the game so far, and I will read your comments when I get back from the sink.
Yeah, well, while everybody is going away and having a break and rehydrating and stretching, you have me. Hi, chat. Hello.
Hello, I'm also-
I had sinister ulterior motives in selecting So That Others May Live because it is designed by a person I know. Although that is increasingly not a surprise as I continue to involve myself in the tabletop RPG scene. I am lucky enough to know a lot of designers in the space. It is cool. I agree. Sheila and Thalos, the designer of this game, has done a lot of very, very cool tabletop RPG work. She's also done the game called Proto Drive, which uses the system for Lancer, but for doing Initial D style street racing. So if you've ever played video games that were all about hyper tuning your car and like, I could do a tabletop RPG about that. Yeah, you can. It has. I did a test play of that now a little while ago. I'd love to play it again. Now it's in its kind of new version. And I picked a car that was really good at like power slides and going around really difficult turns, and it was very, very satisfying to navigate that as a tabletop RPG. So if you are. Yeah, we should do another stream of it. True. So if you are into a very broad range of tabletop RPG concepts, please do grab So That Others May Live and follow their games for more.
Put a link in chat.
There's also like I guess by degrees Boktai tabletop RPG that she's been working on. Powerhouse, genuine powerhouse.
How many games?
So many.
Link in chat. Put a link in chat.
Yeah. I got it. No.
The shilling never ends. You thought you'd escaped.
Yeah. I'm going.
None of you guys can remember that you have a website, but you want me to put the link in chat.
Yes.
Go play
Also-
Drive.
Also,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was indeed I was listening. I'm always listening. I have wireless headphones. And what the hell? That sounds like the coolest idea for a tabletop ever.
Hey, I think I said earlier, like, hey, people who are fans of Reflection, who maybe have an SBOC, people who are fans of No Home in Twilight, who are into Lancer, you should go and play basically the only Lancer hack I know of. I don't
I
think
have
anybody's
never
really
encountered
had the
one
stones
before.
to do their own like system that uses Lancer's dice math. So get to poppin'.
Get to driving. Get to play in your Twisted Metal TTRPG.
Oh hell
It's
yeah!
fun
Oh my
doing
god!
silly twists off a Lancer. Whenever I need a break from working on my own TTRPG stuff, I've been plinking away at like a weird Call of Cthulhu Lancer fusion.
Oh.
Ooh, that sounds fucking wild.
Yeah.
What do you find? What is the, I guess, object that you are fine tuning?
For the Call of Cthulhu Lancer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly my thing is I like Lancer a lot, but I don't super care for like it's more like RP based mechanics. But I was playing Lancer stuff at the same time I was in like a Call of Cthulhu campaign, and so my brain got going, and I was like, well, what if I somehow fusion these together where I like managed to mix I managed to like replace some of Lancer's RP stuff with some of the more Call of Cthulhu-y stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that way we could have like a fun mix of that. It is going to be like a bit of and I'm trying to make it so it's not a nightmare of character sheets.
That does sound like a thing, yeah.
But yeah, I have fun ideas for it. It's also partly because I had an idea for like a Eldritch horror Lancer setting that I was like, well, how could I not mix in at least a little Call of Cthulhu into it?
For sure.
No, that, like, given my extent of knowledge for Lancer is it's made by the same person who does Kill 6 Billion Demons,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I understand. The vibes instantly make sense to me, yes.
Are we all
Tom.
back and comfortable?
I believe Piff is still attending business. Piff! Oh?
Piff is still businessing. I will fade the music back in. Never mind.
Yay! Music! Welcome back to
can-
the Vamp stream.
Music.
I don't think we can call it Stallcast while it's in the middle. Maybe we can. I don't know what the rules
Yeah,
of
we
Stallcast
can.
are.
The Stallcast.
Plus.
I'm not the IP holder for Stallcast.
Stallcast is a state of the soul.
Stallcast is a lifestyle choice.
Truly, we are all
is
Stallcasting
sponsored
at all
by Man to
times.
Sleep.
As
Oh,
the guy
God.
who created Stallcast in the year 2018, yeah, I don't care.
So since
man
we're
is an
stalling,
icon.
I point at Neoncaster and I say,
Yes.
I rolled up an Esper, and it matches perfectly with an existing OC, so I'm Esperizing him.
Oh, fuck
know,
yes, let's go.
Please and thank you. If you want opportunity to go and write lore about what kind of house they're part of, I can supply you with the ways you can do that.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, good. Also, Neon, would
I
you
can-
kindly restart whatever track you have playing? Roll20 evicted me again, so I have to refresh.
Roll20 being rude. Okay.
Always.
It resume.
Thank you. That way chat has
Classic
music.
World 20. Also, just a heads up,
I am in power flicker state right now because the storms are upon me. So if I
Ah,
vanish,
yes,
that's
yes.
why.
The storms are here.
No worries.
Yeah, if I vanish, it's because a bolt of divine lightning run me down on the spot.
It's gonna
I'm
happen
going to
eventually.
send you the results of my roll and the guy that I'm esperizing.
Please. I genuinely am very excited to see. Please.
I am
I
too.
want to be a community participant.
And you too
Thank you
can
for being a
participate-
community participant. Shakes hand.
And you too can participate in the community
Oh shit!
of
Right.
the city of Espers.
Yeah.
You can.
Where's that
I've
post again?
Blue Skied it. I couldn't. It's just repost.
Yes,
Rebiscued.
reposted. It's fine.
Copy
Copy
skied.
link.
You can find information about that on literally all of my socials under the Neoncaster. So if you want,
There,
the
I
right people
found
to
the
meet
link and
their
I
own
posted
Vesper,
it again.
You can. Thank you very much. I'm gonna feel very guilty if I do a third shill. So
Don't
Not
you
do it.
dare.
I'll shill a project that isn't actually anywhere near completion, but I'll talk about it so
Yeah, fuck
that
it!
Neon can talk about their thing also.
This is what I'm saying! Don't you dare not shill! I realize that could have sounded ambiguous. Don't you dare not shill a third time.
I'm
You will
working
shill and you
on-
will like it.
I'm working on a Persona-inspired solo/GM-less system powered entirely by tarot cards.
Holy shit.
I will eventually start posting my playtest on the Tumblr blog that I set up explicitly to post my solo stuff. It currently has nothing on it, but it will have things on it soon.
Yay!
God,
Once
I
I've-
rediscovered Tumblr during Art Flight. I was like, oh yeah, that exists.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm in my like big trying stuff and trying to grow audience era, so I was like, I guess I'll go back to Tumblr and see how that works out for me. And then I was like, oh, I can do like solo game like journaling actual plays on Tumblr because it is like one of the only remaining functional long form posting sites.
True.
Somehow!
And I miss long form posting so much, and I was like, I guess I'm going back to Tumblr.
Real Tumblr wins by doing nothing.
Let me hit send on this picture, on this thing, cause now I'm gonna lose like all of the things that I'm doing.
Always.
That's fine. We all lose a little something all the time.
Like tears and rain.
Truly, what haven't we lost?
Me.
I don't know.
Hello.
Oh my god. Why didn't I get a Discord ping when you returned? That's
Hateful.
We will get back into the moment, but I see Nico's message to me and go, I see, yes. Okay.
Riot, I look at you and I'm like, yeah, we nodded each other.
Absolutely perfect. But yes, everybody has returned.
Yes.
We're gonna,
How you
we're
doing,
gonna
Pip?
punch back into it so we can close dynamic style.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fade out.
I have quelled one fire, and the other fire was put itself out. So
Yay!
Very good.
Hooray
Cool.
for no fires! Back to the game.
not.
Everything's on fire.
Is that our next issue? Has a fire broken out in this area?
Yes, it has. And because the clock system worked out well last time, I'm going to use it again. And this time it's just going to be a house is on fire. Turns out that toxic gas is also flammable.
Flammable. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's fine.
it being everywhere and flammable is not going to be a problem. Let's go, gang.
We love
Yeah.
when things are flammable and everywhere.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. Fire.
Fire!
Fire.
Runmei hasn't made a roll yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's
How
true.
do you want to
Run
handle
me.
it, boss?
Fire.
I can. So you're just saying fire? Anything else going on that I can immediately see?
Let me paint a picture in my mind here.
Yeah.
So you've this wide street. The fire has been coming up from the extremities of the area, but spreading quickly along the pools of condensed gas that have liquefied against the street. It is in this heavy industrial scenario. You would think fire wouldn't be that big of an issue, but oh, you forgot about the incredibly cheap bonding plastics used to hold so much of it together. It turns out that quite a lot of lines of flammable material run through the majority of these structures, actually. They thought that they would be... They're like, oh, it's on the ocean, who gives a shit? Lots of people. Chemical fires are bad. But they went through with it anyway, because it's cheaper. So, here we are. So, literally lines of fire are streaking along, outlining the gaps between materials and buildings. The street itself is still largely clear. Lines of fire are crisscrossing it where liquid has accrued, but the main problem is the fact that several buildings are now ablaze, and it seems like some people thought they could wait out the gas situation by going inside and waiting somewhere safe. Those people are now in a great deal of danger.
Rummy looks at all of this and sees what's going on here, and instantly 2 ideas form in Runme's head, and neither of them are particularly guaranteed to work. But damn, Runme gots to try, I suppose. Runme looks around. This is a work district, correct?
Yes, pretty much everywhere is. This is technically partially residential, like the upper floor of the building that you just extracted people from had rooms upstairs, and the downstairs was like a common work area. But yes, there's generally functional facilities are part of most of the buildings.
Okay. Is there an immediately visible intercom system running throughout this area?
Yes. There is the emergency broadcast system, which has been wailing a siren ever since last session.
Okay.
And delivering the evacuation order.
I would imagine now you're since you're the GM, you can feel free to tell me if this is not the case. I would imagine that each district would have its own individual station where the district manager would be able to give their own individual orders from within the district throughout the district without the from within without somebody from like the outside main proper intercom station having to send it there themselves.
Yes, I will say that there is a direct access broadcast office from which messages can be sent directly throughout the district.
Yeah. Runme, you guys are going to see Runme immediately rush towards this place. Because Runme immediately has it in his head. There is no way that they are going to be able to put out these fires in a reasonable time, especially given the time frame they have. They are already running low on time. Mm-hmm. And getting all of these people out in time, if they were having to case every single building, that's just not going to happen.
Also very reasonable.
Runme is... But if Runme can get these people to move themselves, then there is a chance.
Absolutely.
So, Runme's gonna rush towards the broadcast station, and I don't know if you guys are following him. That's up to you. But you see you see Runme get up to this intercom and ask are there going to be any complications upon reaching this intercom station.
Not to getting there. It is a hazardous situation, but you have the gear you need to get through it, and you know where it is. When you locate it, it is abandoned. The automated emergency system is the only thing playing. It's simply giving people the general evacuation warning.
Yeah.
I will say, you are tackling a big problem. And given the scope of what you're going for, feel free to adjust me on this. I would say you're trying to basically fill out the wheel. Like, you're trying to go for 4 here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
So, I already have like a bit of a boosty on tackling big problems.
So that brings it down to 3. 3 dice.
I will be invoking a keyword for this.
Fuck yes! I was hoping we'd get to play with this.
So I'm going to quickly look at the keywords I grabbed really quick.
Also, I've been informed by the game's creator that apparently the gas lines not being protected close to the ocean isn't just how Florida works. Once again, Florida, dear gods, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh boy. So, Runme is going to call on experience here. Runme reaches back into the back of their mind and thinks something that gets people running. Something that will get people moving no matter what. Runme's experience, you can tell people to evacuate, you can tell people to move, but there will always be those stubborn few who won't leave. There will be those stubborn few that say, "Nah, I can tank the fire."
Yeah,
But
even on your way here.
There's one tried and true thing that will always get those guys moving. Runme turns on the intercom system for the area and speaks into the intercom and shouts out, "There's a bomb in the area! Everybody evacuate!"
Oh my god. Holy fuck. Okay, so you're invoking a keyword, so that reduces the DR again, so you're rolling 2. Roll me 2d6.
So what was the initial DR?
4, because you're trying to fill out 4 slots of the clock. You reduce 1 for your class and 1 for your keyword.
It's 2 for your keyword.
Yeah, it's 2.
Oh, is it? You roll 1 dice? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank God someone's reading the rules.
Yeah. Free Taco says 5th. Damn, I should have thought.
Oh my god, no failures.
You just succeed?!
It just works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shit, it turns out you're just right. Answer the question about your keyword.
Yeah, here's the thing. Runme starts going, "There's a bomb in the area. Everybody evacuate." And then Runme starts everybody starts moving. Everybody starts going. And then Runme tries to communicate afterwards. "There will be evacuation vehicles in District 7. Move there." But then Runme in the haze and in the rush to try to get people moving. Yeah, everybody's out of the buildings. Everybody's moving. But always forgets the key part. The panic. Those who run out, those stubborn few, they still won't goddamn listen to instructions at the end. They'll run over each other. They'll clomp over each other. They were taught single file line in school for a reason, but yet, god fucking damn, they will continue to trample over each other like a stampede. People are injured. People's arms are broken. They get out, but goddamn, people are hurt.
That is exactly what happens. It's not even that there were too many people holed up, although there was a fair number of people used to living in this brutalist industrial hellscape who are used to just holding up and getting through the emergencies because that's just fucking Tuesday. But sufficiently enough to cause this havoc, especially in the narrow fucking streets of this compound that you all live in.
Also, I do want to suggest, I think since there's so much chaos now in the streets occurring, it might be a little harder for us to move forward, because there's just a fucking bunch of people who are freaking out, trying to, especially if, I don't know, I don't think everybody listened to us on evacuate to the rescue vehicles that are about to arrive, but even the ones who are sprinting over there are probably going to get in our way as we're trying to get over there to help them along.
Absolutely the case. So I will so first we fill out the wheel, because you did that. You've, like, the fire is happening, but you have addressed the situation
solved,
as much as possible, as much as can be done. The good thing about thing about the chemical fire is that it's well, actually there's nothing good about a chemical fire. It's just bad,
Yeah,
but you got people out of their houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all attempting to basically clear the rest of the area now, and I am going to fill in another 4 chunks of the clock before the 4 chunks of the fire wheel. And 1 more for the complication of the people in the streets. That's not quite how the buildup of gas element is working, but, you know, it's panicking people getting in the way makes everything worse. So, it is the final action. You've cleared anyone holed up in their buildings. You've managed that one big disaster building with the truck. The last challenge ahead of you. And I will leave this somewhat open because it's probably the last thing we're going to try and do. And let's do something a little bit funky with it. For this last little slice, each of you is going to tell me how you're going to try and make sure as many people survive this situation as possible by describing what your character is doing. And then you each roll for that in turn. Normally I just go left to right, but J-Man, you just went, so let's start with Neon and we'll loop our way back to J-Man.
Yeah.
Sure. I think the how to put this. We have the name of the company. The company is in
Starwell.
Starwell Industrial. Starwell Industrial has their own kind of circumstances for extract of, like, upper management staff.
Oh, absolutely.
And because, you know, there are people that still kind of work here but are big money and deserve, quote unquote, to be protected.
Of course.
So they've enlisted some of the continued kind of like military grade mechs that this place produces to act as security.
Of course they have.
To make sure that those people get on escape vehicles, escape pods, escape choppers safely. And
yeah, like that's like the fucked up sci-fi industrial version of a escape helicopter. It's one of them.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that has multiple, like, fan blades that push down to lift the thing in the air, like a helicarrier. That's the word.
That's the one. Yeah, like a small helicarrier.
But they are obviously turning away and threatening violence against civilians who aren't supposed to be getting on one of these.
There's only room on this giant fuck-off industrial thing for us and our heavy guns and the rich guy.
And as far as Hikaru Blaze is concerned, it's not able to do anything. It's not even a person, really, unless it's inside a mech. And
Oof.
goodness, Hikaru is going to try and commandeer one to help other people escape.
Oh, shit!
But we'll resolve how that goes after everybody highlights their scenario, right? So
I'm actually gonna do this since the rolls are handled one by one. We're gonna do it one by one. So,
okay,
you tell me how many dice you're rolling, and I think this is a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
let's call this
actively hard.
Yeah. You're making tough
bit-
decisions or protecting others, but you're also risking yourself mentally or physically. Let's call it a hard problem.
Okay. I think this is genuinely a big issue, because if Hikaru fails, they'll probably just be gunned down. So I'm happy to go and put a full send of 4 behind this.
Oh boy!
However, I am good at dealing with hard problems, so that drops to a 3.
Yes, it does.
I might go and enlist one of my keywords.
Yeah, use a keyword! I'm actually gonna make you all use a keyword, except J-Man, because he already used one. I might still make J-Man use a keyword. So yeah, use a keyword.
We're going to use support, with the question behind it of where should you have been. Since this is a 4, difficulty reduced by 3 for the instances, we're just rolling 1.
Yep.
We fail.
That's a complication.
Barely.
Yes. I will throw
so-
an answer at you, a question at you. Ooh, for tackle a hard problem. Who did you miss?
I think this is a matter of Hikaru has had some training of how to get inside, commandeer a mech that's not theirs, as part of the kind of like military chain or the PMC training for the thing.
Yep.
And it does it rote, does it perfectly. Knows how these things are built and therefore the proper way to kind of get inside. Does not account for one of the other kind of like mech pilots noticing that one of the units is being commandeered and just trains a gun on Hikaru while mid-cockpit fighting the person inside. A shot rings out and breaks the front of the glass, not necessarily kind of fracturing and not being able to see what's inside. The question for support is, where should you have been? I think near the... Did you say District 7 is where the...
Yes.
Where
Let's
the
say it's the
extract
next district
is
over.
happening. Yeah. There is essentially mechs there that Hikaru was not aware of, that we used for kind of like heavy loading of like slag metal to dispose of or whatever. The tools for being able to use a mech to help people were actually there and in a much less dangerous position than here. But this felt like the best route at the time. Could they have known? They couldn't possibly have known that there was a way to have done this more safely, and now it is too late.
The glass cracked. We are unable to get a clear vision of what's going inside the cockpit as the mech shudders, staggers, and begins to front line against the other mechs with their guns raised against the desperate attempting to escape. In this skirmish, people are able to force their way onto the aircraft. At least a dozen people getting on board who were previously barred by these military mechs. As it takes into the air, several more lives are saved, and the mist and flame rises, leaving Hikaru Blaze's ultimate fate in question for the moment. Piff, what is Kirk going to attempt to do in the last moments of this disaster in this area to try and help as many people as possible?
He's always generally treasured his anonymity and his safety and such things. So what he's going to do is this is going to presumably sacrifice his cover for such things and call in basically a favors as well as just on standby helicopters for like him getting out of this, mainly because apparently he's a famous reporter. So says that man he ran over.
Yeah.
F to Hickory.
And because he is so cautious, he does have backup plans that he does not want to pull at this point, but it will save lives.
You had an exit plan. You had a way of getting out of here safely with the material you gathered when it was done, when you were ready. You are burning that now for the chance to save a few extra lives. I would say... What would you describe this as? I would
Depending on
describe
how
this as
much he
another
can reach.
hard problem.
Yeah. It all depends on like how many resources he can reach. I'll leave that up to you, GM.
Ooh, if he's a big name, he might be able to go, I am calling in favors. I am calling in multiple vehicles. I am burning my resources to save people. In which case, I might make this a big problem. So, your call. Big problem or hard problem?
Let's go with big.
Okay, big problem. I'm going to set the difficulty at 4, just as a standard. I kind of feel like J-Man has actually done his bit for this, actually, with the fire evacuation. We're just kind of following in the same pattern here, so I'm going to we are moving down the line in chronological order, actually.
Very well.
Yeah! You see how neatly I'm tying it in? That's professional GM
Smooth, baby.
I'm so smooth, like sandpaper.
Everybody sacrifices himself and Runme puts in a bomb threat and gets away slyly.
Exactly. Flawless. So, Kirk, you call in all your resources. What is Kirk is a vet, so to big problems that is -1. So you are going to roll 2d6. Well, actually, it's got to go down to 1 again, isn't it? Because I'm going to make you use a keyword.
Yeah. Which, surprisingly, all of them work in this situation. Work quickly, which we need to do that. Call on experience, which...
Very appropriate.
And organization, which...
Again, very appropriate.
I guess you get to choose which one of those questions you think is the most juicy to invoke right now.
Exactly.
I get to pick a question.
Because it's each question is tied to those keywords. So
Yes. So your possible questions are, let's see, who is ignoring you? How could you forget? And why weren't you more careful? They're each attached to one of those 3.
Why weren't you more careful is a very applicable
Work. Then you are. Your keyword is work quickly. Roll 1d6.
Okay.
Yep, you hit
A
the 4 minus.
complication.
So, first of all, let's see what I'm going to ask you a question based on big question. Oh, how does it go wrong?
Oh boy.
Now remember, you do still succeed in this. Your plan to call in all the favors you can to get as many people out as possible, that succeeds. You are able to call in your own emergency exit vehicle, as well as several people with private aircraft who you just know who are within range, who are able to come and arrive on quick enough to save lives. How does it go wrong? What part of it goes wrong?
Okay. Would you like me to answer that one first, or more quick? The why weren't you more careful?
Up to your discretion.
I think why weren't you more careful might be a better thing to answer first.
Then do that.
Not entirely sure what came over him. He had a big news segment. This would absolutely be something that is going to be smothered in the news world, or at least put in a different light, and he understands quite literally the truth and sacrifice of this situation firsthand.
Yes.
But that didn't matter to him as much as the people. He was willing to sacrifice a story if it means, or the truth, if it means more people get to live.
You are placing the message of these people second to the lives of the people themselves. Frankly, can hardly fault a man for that. Now, how does it go wrong? What goes wrong? Again, majority of this will play out correctly. Many of that you have saved lives by enacting this.
Since his broadcast and his favors were spread far and wide very quickly, he gets a response to one of the people he was trying to contact with a voice he does not recognize, with a sharp voice of "found you."
Oh! Oh shit! Oh my god, that's so strong!
Mobbed. You're gonna get murdered by the mob.
Oh shit, that's so strong! I'm not even gonna ask any further questions. Nico,
Hello.
what's
Hey,
Frida doing in this last push?
Frida is. Frida is, in a callback to how she started this, with trying to get people evacuated safely. With the evacuation call, she's making it her job, or at least partly, she's going to help. She's assisting in the getting people evacuated to the nearest safe space as quickly as possible. And hopefully in a way that they don't explode themselves, right? And for her keyword, she is going to use keeping a lookout.
Now you are either trying to manage the whole big situation, which is a big problem, or tackle a delicate problem by basically using speech and communication. Which would you describe this as?
Whichever you think is I guess it would be the speech and it would be communication, because she's just she's trying to get people to move essentially where she wants them to, right?
Then it is a delicate problem.
She's hurting them. She's hurting people, hurting cats.
And once again, we're down to 1d6 because I have once again assigned you the kind of problem that you're best at solving. So, roll 1d6.
1d6. 1r. 1d6. Don't put Reddit. Okay.
Also, chat, is there music playing?
There should be. Let me
I mean,
refresh it for you,
yeah.
since Roll20 is being mean and rude.
Thank you, Roll20 bullying me, as always.
Roll20 is mean and rude.
Hopefully that's coming through now.
It's not showing it as playing on my tab, so let me
It's
refresh,
fine,
and I
we
will
will
ask you to click it again. Hi, it did it again, hi.
Hey.
There we go.
All good. Being we were in the ether, but we are now back. I will refresh the tunes for you.
I'm refreshing Roll20 again. I've tried to refresh Roll20 and everything broke.
It might just have to be.
It might just have to be it. We can return to some other jams instead. It is okay.
No, I'm back in now. Try hitting the tunes.
Okay. I did refresh it, but I did. I'll switch up song to something else. It's entirely fine.
Thank you for handling the jukebox, my liege.
This is still tense enough.
Oh, transistor.
But yes, we're in the middle of resolving the roll. Apologies for the distraction.
No, that was me. Thank you for affecting the music. Nico, roll that dice. Oh, did you? Oh my god, did you get a
5'd?
You got a 5? You've okay.
Did it,
Five.
never punished.
Never punished except roll your keyword. What keyword did you pick?
The keyword was keeping a lookout.
Yes, it was. So the question attached to that is...
Was when did you lose sight of it?
Yes.
And I think, despite Never Punished, the thing she's lost sight of is her own fucking way out. Once like, the crowd has dwindled down and it looks like, okay, maybe this isn't... Maybe it'll work out. She looks around and realizes, the fire is here.
The fire is now here. You climbed to an elevated spot so that people could see you. You were on one of the roof of one of the one-story buildings. That building is now surrounded by flame.
Yeah. The fire is here, and she's like, and she looks at the people who have made it, like, the growing crowd at, like, the safe space, and is like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Everyone you've been directing, all the work you've been putting in to work with what communications exist, everyone has found their way to the available exit gates and is making their way through. So, you have done your job well. So!
I think, a mild note before we introduce... I think this moves into the conclusion and also resolves Hikaru, I think.
Oh boy!
Fire is around you at all sides, and you don't think that you're going to be able to escape from the circumstance. You did succeed. You did succeed this check, so mechanically, a noble sacrifice for you is not on the table.
That is
yes.
true.
But the one of the mechs pulls up. The windscreen of it is shattered, is like cracked, so you can't see who or what's inside. It levels a machine gun at you. And the arm kind of is moved forward and forward still and forward still. And it's not so much aimed at you as at your feet. And holds there. You tentatively place a boot on it and the arm does not move.
Yeah, so the machine gun comes out and she kind of makes a motion like, man, what do you want?
Really? Now?
What do you want? I'm up here. And then after... a, like, chunk on the floor, and she's like, oh. Okay. And she steps up.
It seems the other arm is also moved around, so you can kind of clamber around the mech to get back to floor level. The mech does not move again.
Like, I think at this point, because, like, she was there when he was in, like, the exosuit, or when it was in the exosuit, and give, like, there's, like, a moment of understanding, and she gives, like, a little salute. And it takes her lass out, and just goes.
I will now turn to one of the more prevalent pages in this little document. Because we actually accidentally hit upon the condition for this a couple times, but we're ignoring that. But the fact is that, yes, we've also technically hit upon this in Hikaru's most recent roll, losing a character. In the event that all of the dice rolled for a check have a result of 4-, the player may choose to write their character out of the scenario in order to perform a heroic act, preventing all negative consequences for everyone else involved. While this game does not track out hit points or other similar abstractions of health, this mechanic is meant to give players a way to choose to have a moment of noble sacrifice, so that others may live. The rising fumes of burning gas and chemicals obscure the still form of this mech, still facing your way, Frida, as you and the others, safely regathered to a single place, are able, with everyone you've saved in this place, to escape this burning district. And that is the last you see before the safety shutters close behind you. Runme, you are already seeing people being loaded safely onto the evacuation vehicles that you were promised. It appears they were able to get here with whatever delays they still managed to get here in time to start moving people out so that there isn't more chaos, more milling, more struggle, getting people further away from the dangerous area. Kirk, Piff, if you're present. Piff may have had to BRB.
I am mute. Hello.
Hello. Yay, wanted to check. Kirk, you watch the vehicles in the sky depart for different parts of the district, some returning across the waves from whence they came, their acts of mercy having been also successfully carried out, the favors you burned, the debts you've called in, the lives still present this day because of it, and the knowledge that someone knows exactly where you are. But for now, you and those next to you are alive. And Frida, you see people whose faces you saw in the smoke, who, panicked and frightened, you were able to direct to safety. Now receiving aid, being carefully, gently guided into evacuation vehicles to move them to further, more stable locations. It done a pretty good job for a medic today. You also see Cassandra. Cassandra has made it through okay, who basically gives you all an exhausted thumbs up when they notice that the three of you have come out, and then seems to look around and says, "Where's your other one?"
Runme kind of glances over. I don't know if Run has did Frida inform Runme of what had occurred?
You know that it's probably not coming back.
Got it. You Runme like responds in like a almost like you hear like almost in like a bitter undertone to Runme's voice. Didn't make it, I guess.
Cassandra just doesn't move for a second, still looking, but not quite looking at you. And then sets their shoulders. Always liked those commercials. And then they just kind of looking around, seeing that the work is mostly done. Fucking sit on the floor and lean against the wall.
Runme kind of like looks over at like Kirk and Frida. How are they doing?
Frida is sitting. She seems to be thinking really hard. Although I think, aside from like heat exposure, is mostly fine.
Gotcha.
Kirk's still standing with a 1,000-yard stare, just kind of goes, all right. One way or another, you're probably not going to see me again. Later.
Holy shit.
Kirk walks off the island.
Walks directly into
mean?
the sea.
It's just gone? Oh, alright. He just walked away without responding to me. That's okay. Alright. Runme like scratches the back of his head. Look, I got shit to do, but you two are welcome to find some bunks or whatever. I I gotta go do something. He walks off. You can tell he's actually like pretty pissed.
Hmm.
uh it's pretty clear that after Runmi gave Hikaru that bullshit at the start of the session after Hikaru nearly blasted himself, only for Hikaru to
Mm-hmm.
instantly do that at the end. Runmi is pretty fucking pissed off. Um and the thing is, like, Runmi is like, this is gonna be really shitty to say.
Mm-hmm.
Runmi isn't sad about it, but Runmi is severely disappointed by it.
It's interesting. It's not like that thought didn't go through Hikaru's mind as it saw Frida stranded there, but a costing had to be made. Yes, Hikaru could continue on, make its way to the escape platform with everybody else and move on for a new day, and sell sandwiches on a different island. Find a new way to make work. They were trained from very, very young to operate heavy machinery and follow instructions, and who knows if that is a job that is required somewhere else in the world, if they would even hire a murderer. But Frida is trained to help people survive, heal the sick and the broken. If there was going to be only one life lost, well, to its mind, the decision was easy.
You can practically... you didn't get to know Hikaru for very long, but it's almost as though you can feel this conversation playing out. Like, you know
Yeah.
how it would have responded to you.
Yeah, I think near the end of the day, and after like a bunch of things have been sorted, like bunking situations have been sorted out, like rations have been given out, medical supplies have been divvied. Runmi finally is able to like wind down and like sit down and like begin to ease up, and Rummy sets down their bag and they look at the bloody cloth that they use to patch up a hole in their bag. This bloody cloth is a piece of scrap cloth from some clothing from the day that Runme and some of their friends got gunned down by a bunch of the mechs in that squad that Hikaru was in that one time. Runme kept it as a bit of a memoir as to, even though Runme is like bitter about this whole resistance thing and trying to, and like nearing the end of what he feels is like his time here. Rummy looks at it for a little bit and just like kind of sighs to himself solemnly. You are not forgiven. And he just kind of like lays down and goes to sleep.
And I don't think I can end it anywhere stronger than that. So, that was So That Others May Live.
Hell yeah,
What did
dude.
we think?
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Holy
Some fucking
moly!
pathos. You didn't come to TTRP Gachapon expecting some fucking pathos. And
No!
look,
You rolled the Pathos SSR capsule! That's not a common one!
Shame about what happened to Kirk too.
Shame that Kirk
Downs.
walked into the
Downs.
fucking ocean. I am not emotionally resolved on any of these characters. My ass is waiting for the shitty sequel where it turns out that Hikaru was still alive and they bring it back as like, I don't know, a combat cyborg.
What they do in the shitty sequel is that they just get Kirk's twin brother, who looks exactly like him, has all the same personality traits, and all that, because he was just too popular of a character.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. I am going to once again link the game.
I'm Merc Sterling.
Spin-off.
Revived cyborg Hikaru is probably not a thing you want to see. It's probably for the best if Hikaru does not return in a theoretical like OVA.
Yeah, it would ruin the arc. I'm just saying. I'm a sap.
Yes. No, I'm glad that we felt things. Hell yeah.
Damn, we fucking felt things today. This was the feeling things game. I do think that
Yay!
it did a really good job of doing what it aimed for, which is wanting to elicit these emotions. I think it's definitely a hard game to play, not in the sense of hard to get into or high difficulty curve, but in the sense of like, you have to be willing to engage with these themes and feel these emotions. And you gotta be willing to put yourself out there for that. It's good shit!
Yeah. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, props to the table for engaging with it genuinely, by the way.
I love this. I love all the players of this.
We love exploding. So.
There's a reason I keep inviting you people.
I'm a demon and I love when everything is falling apart.
I'm a squishy, sad man who's like, but what if they lived, though? But that's not the best way to tell every story, so I'm very determinedly going, but there's strength in telling sad stuff. And this game is great for that. Fuck!
You, as success or failure, you have no, like... Kirk disappearing is either he succeeded or failed. You have no idea.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know where that went.
Part of my brain was like, either he got by the mafioso, or his rich nepotism parents found him, and now he's going back to the manor.
Never to be
Found
seen
by
again.
Mama and Papa.
He's going to inherit the greeting card company.
No, it's the
Oh,
awful plot
grand.
twist when you learn that Kirk Sterling is actually the heir to the Star Throne.
No.
Oh my god! His fucking mayor's nephew or some shit. My god. Oh my god, yeah.
Let me put on cheerier music for us to close out, rather than it being kind of like, yes, wistful ending. But yeah, good shit. How we closing? What other bits do we need to?
What are the bits?
to
My ass
draw?
busy fucking reeling from emotions, being like, oh right, fan art. Also, chat, are you hearing music or are we still on dead silence?
No, it's. Well, hopefully we have something at all. Hopefully you have music now.
I hope so. If I don't, it's not your fault.
Okay, if you don't, then we've just been on moody silent ending, and that's fine. We love that for ourselves.
Yeah,
We
that's
sure
fine.
have! No music! Fantastic! We're writing it out!
Oh,
Well-
that's fine.
Art, you saying?
Yeah, we have some pieces of fan art! God damn! Thank you so much to Pupcat Dude for putting this together! I believe it's
Thank you very
Pupcat
much,
Dude, I'm double
Pupcat
checking.
Dude.
Yes!
Thank you, Pupcat
Yeah.
dude.
Thank you
You're
so much! So first of all, we have, so that others may live, it's the Gachapon machine! With ancient robots! Ancient dead robots, I think!
The mechs, I guess.
Good use of the rusting, yes.
Yeah.
Good use of the texturing on the metal. Like, it's always cool to see how art develops over time, and I can see it happening with yours, and it's cool. Good job. But also by Pupcat Dude, brain diagram test now. This was on the it's on the test. Good job, you passed.
On the test.
You did it. You passed.
Don't
You
forget how
passed.
brain work.
And finally, interpretations of the cast this time. Run me is of course a pelican.
Yeah.
Oh yes, true.
Always.
This is canon. I love Kirk's expression. Oh, Hikaru looks so dead inside. Oh, Hikaru, you poor fucker. And Frida with the big eyes.
She's tiny. She's so small.
Yeah.
We rolled a game last time, so we don't need to do that today. So my ass trying to think of if there's any other segues and stuff we have to do before we leave. I don't think there is. Thanks
No,
for
we
playing,
just need to say
gang.
Good evening and good night. Have a great
Good-
weekend, everybody.
Yeah, good.
Have fun.
Have a good one, gamers. Good night.
Bye.
Ma.